YouTube channel. My name is Michael Mastro. This is Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart for Justin Bieber. Um, he singer songwriter, very popular. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Scorpio rising at 5 degrees. Any planet that's close to 5 degrees, like Mars, like Moon, like Rahu and K2, the planetary nodes of the moon, uh, have a lot of impact in the chart. So, um, if you look to see where the Multikona signs fall in the chart, you'll see what he came here to learn about in this lifetime. So you have Aries ruled by Mars in the sixth house. So he's learning about legal issues, about anger management, conflict, possible health issues. And then we have Cancer ruled by Moon in the house of good fortune and also some legal issues. We have Sun ruled by, uh, Leo ruled by Sun in the career house, very focused on career. Then you have Virgo ruled by Mercury in the house of income and social connections. Then you have um, Libra ruled by Venus in the house of spiritual growth. You have Jupiter, you have Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter in the house of fame and wealth and continuation of the marital bond. And then you have the Aquarius ruled by Saturn in the fourth house of happiness, home life, property. So those are the things that he's learning about. Let's look and see how the planets are operating, and then we'll look and see when they're operating and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So he has a very strong sun, 16 degrees, and it's giving him career success through talent, good looks, organization, entrepreneurial skills, and strong self-esteem. Then we have Moon at 0 degrees, weak, but it's close to the most effective point, so it has some impact. It's ruling the house of good fortune, and it's placed in the house of spiritual growth. Now, this house helps performers to be able to take on roles in acting or performing, and so it gives some strength to his career in that sense in performing for the public. So, good fortune through performing these roles for the public. Gives him some emotional intensity that translate into his songwriting and singing. Then we have, but also Moon with this placement in the 12th house can affect depression and addictions. So there is some of that. And also, this is the house of higher education. So he did not go on to college. So delayed that aspect. Mars is at 1 degree, also weak. Any planet that's less than 5 degrees is said to be in young age, not able to promote its own significations. And if it's more than 25 degrees, it's said to be in old age. So Mars rules this house of conflict, anger, health issues, legal issues. He's had some legal issues, throwing eggs at a house, and somebody accused him of molestation, and then he had a DUI. So some legal issues, and then it affects your peace of mind as well. His health issues, he had Lyme's disease, and he's claustrophobic, so afraid to ride in an elevator. Mercury is at 29 degrees, old age. It's afflicted by K2. So also this can affect the depression, Mercury's mind, intellect. And it gives, it's ruling this house of income and placed in the house of success through performing arts. So gives income through social connections and performing arts, singing, communicating, business as well. He's very good, done well in business. He has clothing line, etc. Cologne, I think. Jupiter's at 20 degrees, ruling the house of wealth and fame and continuation of the marital bond. So uh, definitely his parents divorced at a very young age, so there was some issues there. You know, Jupiter's in the house of spiritual growth, but also endings. But Jupiter gives him, as well as Mercury, gives him ability to write songs and publish them, and you know, gain wealth again through being able to separate himself from himself to play these roles for the public. Um, then we have Venus at 27 degrees, ruling this house of spiritual growth, placed in the house of happiness, property. And so, again, gives him this ability to play roles. And Venus itself is performing arts and gives him the ability to be in business with clothing lines, luxury items. And he is balancing this malefic. Anytime you have a multicona sign like Libra in the 12th house and like Aries in the 6th house, they become malefic along with Rahu and Ketu. So, you know, can cause harm, but I think, you know, for most part is giving him a good fortune. And he's doing remedies. He's giving to several charities. Charities for women would be very powerful. City of Hope, Children's Miracle Network, autism charities. Saturn gives happiness through family and discipline and hard work. So he's very disciplined, plays several instruments, you know, very has the ability to focus. And he is of service, you know, doing that service work. Now Mars is also in that house of service, so that's a key to his life and his success by doing the remedies. Rahu and Ketu. I think Rahu is one of the key figures in helping him be successful, being in that first house, driving his ambition to have fame, wealth, and strong personality, good looks. And this configuration of Rahu and Ketu is teaching us how to balance our personal needs with the needs of our partner. And so let's look at the timing of events. He was born in a Mercury period, so Mercury is what his life purpose is about, being able to sing and write and communicate, and that's also his social connections, like connections with people like Usher, who really gave a boost to his career. Found him at a young age and really connected it with the right people to get, you know, his first breaks. And then we have first hit single was during a Rahu period. So you see a lot of his success was during this Rahu period here. And then he had a relationship with Selena Gomez, and they split around 2012. That was during a Rahu Venus period. Venus's ending of relationships. Was arrested for his DWI in a Rahu Mars period, creating these legal issues. And then we have, at that same time, if we look at the transit chart on that day, January 23rd, 2014, we have Mars and Rahu afflicting the 12th house. So they're within 5 degrees of the most effective point, and they are, well, actually 3 degrees. And they're afflicting that 12th house of confinement, imprisonment, So, and unexpected events. Moon and Rahu are together there, so that's also creating this addiction with alcohol and depression. So that's pretty clear. Got his Grammy, some of his Grammys in 2015 during a Jupiter expansive period with wealth and fame. And then was diagnosed with Lyme's disease in 2020. And so, let's see, 2020. Yeah, so that's probably during this Mercury period, Jupiter period. So it's a autoimmune disease. Autoimmune is associated with the 12th house. So those are the timing of events. What could we do to strengthen the chart? So a lot of its planets could very well be strengthened. You don't want to strengthen Venus or Mars, they're malefic, or Rahu or Ketu. But Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Jupiter, as well as Moon, could definitely be strengthened with a kavash, a silver locket containing the Devata yantras for those planets. Or you could wear a yellow sapphire, a pearl, a green emerald, a blue sapphire, and a ruby as well. Yeah. So, but the main thing is, like a lot of successful people, he's helping, using the money that he's gained to help charities, and that's actually balancing his chart. So you see this transformation Vedic astrology, very accurate. If you'd like to get a reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com under services, or if you'd like to learn Vedic astrology and become certified, there's also courses in transformation Vedic astrology at American Institute of Vastu.com, which is now combined with Vastu Creations. Thank you so much for listening.